Hello, PWA fans. Aaron Hurt here at this time to moderate a little conference, if you will, between John D. Crazy Hillbilly, of course, alongside Anita, with several questions, several things to discuss with this man right here, the general manager of the PWA, Nick Stevens. John D., what do you have to say to our general manager?
Spiffy Jacket, you the boss man, right? You run this place. I'm getting tired of fancy pants and pretty boys running around here and running their mouth and beating on me. I want a tag team title shot. I want it right now.
Whoa, John, calm down. See, don't bite the hand that feeds you, John, because you want a title opportunity? I'm the guy that can give that to you, and you know what? I think I might just do that for you.
Wonders never cease. That was almost too easy.
But, Aaron, you see, John, I need you to do this for me. In singles competition, I need you to take on and defeat both Gorgeous Morgan Taylor and L.A. Cordova. And if you can defeat each one of them individually, when you defeat them, I will gladly give you that opportunity.
What do you think about that? Do you think you're up to the challenge?
So you're saying, in order for me to get a match where I get to whip them two boys, I gotta whip them boys one at a time? That's what you're saying? Mr. Stevens, you just made my day.
Whatever floats your boat, man.
Well, there you have it. John D. got just what he wanted. He gets an opportunity at the tag team titles if he can beat Morgan Taylor and L.A. Cordova in singles matches. And if you ask me, I don't think he'll have too much of a problem, but that all remains to be seen. We're going to find out if John D's got what it takes to get back to the top of the tag team division here in the PWA. The following contest is a triple threat match. The first man to score a pinfall will be declared the winner. Competitor number one weighs in at 229 pounds. From the center of the earth, he is the King of Swole, Jimmy Fahrenheit. His opponent, weighing in tonight at 222 pounds from right here in Lancaster, Ohio. Give a big welcome to the real deal, Kevin Cruitt. And their opponent, weighing in at 212 pounds from Louisville, Kentucky, he is the former PWA heavyweight champion, Mr. 5-Star, Gary Gandy. Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Hurd. Happy to be here with you for another fantastic edition of PWA Wrestling. Starting things off with a great three-way match, I should say. It's a triple threat match, in fact. First pinfall will decide the winner here among three top contenders. Gary Gandy, you see, climbing the turnbuckles. Jimmy Fahrenheit, Real Deal Kevin Pruitt already in the ring. Heard from John D to start the program. Presume we will be seeing him versus one of the members of the tag team champions. Definitely look forward to that. Plus our big main event with the PWA heavyweight title on the line, franchise player Chris Pruitt and the outlaw Tony James. Expect to hear some comments from both of those men as the program progresses here, fans. Referee calls for the bell, but apparently Mr. 5-Star not quite ready. This is going to be fast-paced, to say the least. You know that the matchmakers and the championship committee are keeping a close eye on this one. Don't think that Pruitt saw that super kick coming, though, nor did Gandy see that roll-up. He's able to get one on Fahrenheit. They lock up. Jimmy Fahrenheit comes up with the arm drag and another one. Big hip toss. Just tossing Gandy around. There's no love lost between these two men. Both former PWA heavyweight champions. Both battled each other several times for that big prize. Both looking to get back to that upper echelon. Oh my. That kick was on the button from Kevin Pruitt. Comes up with a side headlock on Jimmy Fahrenheit. Nice takeover. Oh, Jimmy Fahrenheit opportunistically grabbing at the hair. Both men back to a vertical base now. Fahrenheit came up with the hammerlock, transitions to the side headlock. Here comes Gandy back into the ring. He eats a drop kick and a bulldog for Pruitt in the process. Well done by Jimmy Fahrenheit. Goes over and tries to make a cover on Gandy. Only gets a 2, lays in a forearm on Real Deal. Falls over the monkey flip. Has a high-impact collision there. It only led to a 2 count. And the man who calls himself the King of Swole. Forearm blow right to the sternum. Oh, look at this. Oh, what can you say about that? Amazing maneuver there by Real Deal Kevin Pruitt. Doing damage to both of his opponents. Trying to be the first one to score a pinfall here. This is not elimination. This is a one-fall contest. Pair of inverted atomic drops. change the weekend plans for these two men. Now it's the real deal Kevin Pruitt who's the house of fire. Knew this had the potential to break down into the proverbial Pier Sixer. I don't know how long this match can last with the pace these men have been competing. A big right hand from Gandy and an elbow. Pair of kicks. You got in mind here. Oh, 3D. Great tandem neck breaker there. Pruitt tries to take advantage, but Jimmy Fahrenheit not too keen on letting that happen. Seeing this partnership start to break down. Such is the nature of this kind of a triple threat match. Hard to have a friend for very long. Big scoop. Pruitt finds the back door. Fireman's carry. Oh, rolling Death Valley driver. Put away many an opponent with that maneuver. Gary Gandy's definitely felt it a time or two. Oh, but curb stomp. Curb stomp the man right into his opponent's chest. What wherewithal by Gandy. Covers both men. And they both kick out at 2. Gandy's got Jimmy Fahrenheit staked out in one corner and Kevin Pruitt in the opposite, laying in those knife-edge chops. Oh, monkey flip from Fahrenheit. Sends Pruitt right into that low kick. Couldn't tell if that caught him in the upper thigh or the midsection, but it definitely caught him. Oh! Both men with the same idea there. Looks like each man connected with their respective clothesline there. Again, all 3 men down. It's anybody's match at this point. This has been a fantastic way to start the show. With so much more to come, fans. This is shaping up to be one for the history books. All 3 men slugging it out in the center of the ring now. Gandy hammers away at both his opponents, went for the double clothesline. They both duck, they both connect with kicks to the midsection, double whip. Oh! Pruitt stabbed Jimmy Fahrenheit in the back. Hard to call it anything different. Oh, running knee right under the chin. If it weren't for the ropes holding him up, Pruitt would be face down. Andy tries to position him on the top rope. Turns his attention away from Jimmy Fahrenheit, however. Gandy setting up for a superplex here. This might be it for Kevin Pruitt. Fahrenheit still trying to get his wits about him. Kevin Pruitt avoids certain doom there. Oh, big drop kick. The back of Gandy's head connected with the midsection of Pruitt. Oh my goodness, look at this. Doomsday device. Complete flip in midair from Kevin Pruitt and a bad landing. What a match this has turned into. The man who comes out on top will definitely have earned this victory. You can hear the delight in the audience here at the PWA Arena. Fans getting their money's worth with this match alone. Oh, another big curb stop. A running knee strike. Rolling Death Valley driver. If he can make the cover, this could be a victory for Kevin Pruitt. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the real deal, Kevin Pruitt. What a big win for the young man. Put another one in the win column for the man shaping up as the front runner for Rookie of the Year here 2019 in the PWA, Kevin Pruitt. We'll be right back, fans, with much, much more. Stick around. Terrific outing by all three men in our opening contest, but a big victory for real deal Kevin Pruitt to get things started here. Right now, fans, we're going to give you a little bit more information about tonight's main event. Earlier today, I was able to get comments from both competitors in this match, franchise player Chris Pruitt and the man who calls himself the Outlaw Champion, Tony James. So let's hear those right now. Let's hear from both men in the lead up to tonight's big main event for the heavyweight title. This time, fans joined by the self-proclaimed Outlaw Champion.
I'm not self-proclaimed because it's on my belt, see? It says Outlaw Heavyweight Champion, sponsored by the Premier Wrestling Alliance, and I can't wait to get my hands on the man that everybody's putting their money on. The man that's going to bring the PWA title back to the PWA. You know that's what they're thinking. You know all the fans spent their money. They all went out back, got the lint out of their pockets, started throwing the change on the ground, hoping they'd have just enough money to buy a ticket to see their man, Chris Pruitt, take the title back home. Well, let's see if that's going to happen tonight.
Nonetheless, yeah, all of the fans can't wait to see what goes down. Former partners, former friends, PWA Outlaw title on the line.
Outlaw Heavyweight title sponsored by the PWA. The bell of justice is going to be ringing tonight, and you never know what might happen with those fans. They need to keep their hands in their pockets if they're going to have a good time.
Franchise player Chris Pruitt going to try to make a liar out of this man. He's got a tall order in front of him.
Tall order.
Fans, at this time, help me welcome franchise player Chris Pruitt, man who is proud to call himself the inaugural PWA heavyweight champion, with an opportunity tonight to reclaim that title, but from a man you know perhaps all too well, Outlaw Tony James.
Yeah, all too well. Tonight is the night the franchise player Chris Pruitt gets a crack at the PWA Heavyweight Championship. Long overdue, Aaron, if I do say so myself, against my former tag team partner, no less, my former tag team championship partner, Outlaw Tony James. And the Outlaw Tony James here lately has done nothing but cause me problems. He's done nothing but cause grief in my life. And Tony James, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry you wasted all that money on that beautiful gold championship belt. He calls himself the Outlaw Champion. Well, let me tell you something. I was the beginning of the Premier Wrestling Alliance, and I'm going to be the end of the Outlaw Tony James.
Sounds like a man who is in it to win it. Franchise player Chris Pruitt looking to become PWA champion one more time. Tonight's main event going to be something special. PWA fans, Aaron Hurd here with you. If you like what you are seeing on YouTube, then don't miss the opportunity to see the action live and in person. The first Saturday of every month at the PWA Arena, 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster. Premier Wrestling Alliance is in action, plus select dates in towns near you. Check out PWAOhio.com for tickets for not just the arena events, but all events. Arena events start at $5. And that's PWAOhio.com for all of your ticket information. Our following contest, one fall with a 20-minute time limit. 265 pounds from right here in Lancaster, Ohio, accompanied by Anita. He is John D. Crazy Hillbilly. And his opponent, he is a co-holder of the PWA Tag Team Championships, accompanied by his partner, LA Cordova. Please welcome gorgeous Morgan Taylor. Captivating scenario we have here. Fans will get to more in just a second, but equally captivating the words from the competitors in tonight's main event that you just heard. Going to be fantastic for sure. Shaping up to be one of the most intriguing main events in some time here on PWA Wrestling on YouTube. But this scenario we saw develop at the start of tonight's program. Fans heard Nick Stevens grant John D the opportunity at a tag team title shot if he could beat each of the members of the champions in singles competition. Seems to me like Nick Stevens led the wolf right into the chicken coop, because John D said it best. He said, "You want me to fight these guys for an opportunity to fight them again?" That sounds like a offer he can't refuse. Going to be Morgan Taylor stepping up to the plate first here. Referee trying to get that axe handle, that big stick, away from John D. He's a man who walks tall and carries a big stick. Oh, Morgan Taylor with the Pearl Harbor job. Quite honestly, John D has earned opportunity with the partner of his choice at the tag team titles in the eyes of many, many fans. Has been owed that opportunity for some time now. But whatever paces Nick Stevens wants to put him through, he's up to the task. Laying in a couple of big knife-edge chops to the unshaven chest of Morgan Taylor. Less said about that, the better. Of course, LA Cordova out there to watch the back of his codependent platonic life mate, whatever you want to call him. For now, you'd still call them tag team champions. At least Anita's out there to theoretically even the odds. Big jawbreaker from Morgan Taylor, a thumb to the eye, and another one right to the throat. He needs to be in survival mode here. Instead, gloating, walking away from his opponent, all using the middle rope. You more learned fans know that that's a rope in name only. That is an elevator cable and a rubber hose. Irish whip connects with a big elbow that floors the 265-pound John D, who started off strong but has succumbed to the offense of Morgan Taylor. Big leg drop and an arrogant cover. Not going to get the job done like that. Certainly not against a man like John D. no way he would ever endure that kind of humiliation. And that's what this comes down to here, trying to give a little bit of payback to these two men who have tried their best to humiliate John D. All of his family, for as long as I can remember here in the PWA. Leaping leg lariat. Surprising athleticism from Morgan Taylor. I can't believe he got off his feet that far. Clamps on that chin lock. Sound strategy, keeping John D grounded, not giving the man the opportunity to use his strength and his power. On paper, this would look like a mismatch. Oh, biting him. Little late night snack there from John D. Didn't even put any barbecue sauce on it. Got Morgan Taylor in the corner, in position for that running knee. Oh, low blow. I don't know if the referee saw that. At the very least, he's not doing anything about it. Fireman's carry. Great leverage maneuver there by Morgan Taylor with the lower center of gravity and just choking away now. For his part, L.A. Cordova has stayed on the outside as a cheerleader, for the lack of a better term. Climbing up on the apron now, but hasn't been any more of an influence in the match than that. See how long that lasts. Anita's eyes fixed on her man, John D. Oh, looking for the tornado DDT. Oh, if John D hadn't rolled to the floor here, his opportunity might have gone up in smoke. Just like that. Don't know what our cameras were able to catch on the outside there, but tangling with L.A. Cordova. Morgan Taylor comes around the outside, sweeps the leg, chokes away on the man. Again, nothing the referee can do but give the 5 count. John D back in the ring. Oh, he's got a count on Morgan Taylor, who has to dive back in. John D might have found a second wind. Big clubbing right hand right upside the temple. And a second one scooping a slam. Favoring his back a little bit, though. What we got here, belly to back suplex right on the base of the neck and the shoulders. Only a 2 count, though. Got the foot up. Caught the charging Morgan Taylor. And a big lariat. Might have loosened a few teeth. Rearranging his features couldn't hurt. Got a handful of hair. Morgan Taylor goes to the eyes. Boot across the throat. Morgan Taylor's taken every shortcut in the book so far in this match. Comes in there with a drop kick. Only staggers John D. That bulldog put him down. Big running bulldog. Those disgusting gyrations, the prelude to another big leg drop. but only 2. John D still fighting, still trying to survive and advance. If he beats Morgan Taylor here tonight, he'll get an opportunity at LA Cordova in the near future. To earn another shot at those tag team titles that he's held on 2 occasions before. Speaking of John D. Oh! LA Cordova found himself on the apron. Oh, he's locked in. He's calling that the hitching post. Got that sleeper-like hold locked in, and that's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission, John D. Crazy Hillbilly. 1 down and 1 to go for John D. on the road back to the tag team titles. LA Cordova better make a hasty retreat before he gets some of what his partner just got. It's only a matter of time before that goes down here on the program, fans. Our main event still to come, PWA title on the line. But right now, everyone reveling in the great victory we just witnessed. John D.
I got the pretty boy. Now I'm gonna come for old fancy pants.
Doesn't get any more clear than that. Stick around, fans. Main event time coming up in just a few.
Franchise player Chris Cruitt here for the PWA School of Professional Wrestling. Do you want to be a wrestler, a manager, a ring announcer, a commentator, a referee? The PWA School of Professional Wrestling is your opportunity. 737 Slocum Avenue in Lancaster, Ohio. Tryouts are absolutely free from 4 to 6 p.m. on Sunday, 7 to 9 on Tuesday. Come on down, try it out. See if you got what it takes to be the next big star.
Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon. This contest is tonight's main event, set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Premier Wrestling Alliance Outlaw Heavyweight Championship. Your referee for this contest, senior official Johnny Long. Introducing first the challenger. At a weight of 255 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, he is the inaugural PWA Heavyweight Champion, the franchise player, Chris Cruitt. And his opponent Wrestling tonight at a weight of 237 pounds from Devil's River, Texas. He wishes to be known as the Outlaw Heavyweight Champion, the Outlaw Tony James. Here you see Outlaw Tony James making his way to the ringside with that custom championship. Saw him introduce that a short while ago here on the program. So many storylines, so many threads to unravel. And what led us to this point, a situation that has consumed the PWA for weeks now. Franchise player Chris Pruitt feels he's been singled out by the fans, feels he's a victim of circumstance. Tony James in a situation just where he needs to back up what he's gotten into, running his mouth as he's so often prone to do. I encourage you fans to go back and watch past episodes over the course of 2019 and see how all of this came to be. One thing is for sure, we're going to see a fantastic fight. Some fans still not sure where the loyalties of franchise player Chris Pruitt lie, what ulterior motives he may or may not have. But all of that has to go on the back burner. Senior referee Johnny Long lets everyone take a good look at that beautiful championship belt. Two men who know each other so well, being former partners as a team. These two men dominated the tag team ranks for the majority of 2018. Found themselves at odds upon losing those titles. It drifted apart. Found themselves certainly on opposite sides of the fans' affections. Crossing paths once again. It'll be very telling to see just who throws the first punch. Tony James answers that question in a hurry. No sympathy for the man he used to claim that he trusted implicitly, would watch his back under any circumstances. Oh! Great awareness by Tony James. The franchise player Chris Pruitt might be too emotional, might be letting those emotions override. Big slam. Override his ability to keep a cool head and wrestle an effective match. He can't get drawn into a fist fight. Not that he can't win one, speaking of Pruitt, but he's definitely the more accomplished mat wrestler of the two. You see him come up with the hammerlock there, quickly transition to the side headlock. Pruitt with the weight advantage. That mixed martial arts background he has certainly will come into play here. And you can see why these two men were so effective as a team, how they complemented each other, but as opponents, each one's strength is the other man's weakness. Big back elbow. Tony James wincing in pain. Pruitt got that knee firmly between the shoulder blades, wrenching away on the neck. The rope's just out of the reach of Tony James. Pruitt, those clubbing forearms. Makes the cover, hooks the far leg, but only gets a 2 count. Set his head, took a shot to the gut, and an axe handle to the spine. Going to the ropes. We talked earlier tonight about how dangerous that is, especially when you're trying to conserve wind in case you need to go 60 minutes. This heavyweight title situation, we could be here for quite some time with these two men. Tony James back on the offense. Stomps away in the corner, choking his opponent, using all 5 seconds of the referee's count. Oh, small package inside cradle. Oh, didn't have good enough hold on Tony James to get the victory, but has James looking around like a one-eyed man at a peep show trying to keep track of where Chris Pruitt is. That knee right down on the bridge of the nose. Big flurry of offense from the former champion, the inaugural PWA heavyweight champion. But James comes up with the double leg. Stomp to that hamstring. The glutes, the back of the thigh. But perfectly legal, the flat of the boot. Referee warns him about going low, but it was not a low blow. Multiple attempts at a pinfall here from the champion. Trying to make the franchise player use that energy. Wear him out a little. That's the great position to do it from. Another pinning predicament. Pruitt has to kick out before the referee's hand hit the mat a third time. And he comes up with the single leg. Oh, near fall situation there. Tony James caught unaware. Oh, package pile driver. That could be it right there. We might have a new champion. If he can get Tony James over on his back, get his shoulders on the canvas. Might have taken too much time to get there, and James reaches out, grabs the rope to break up the pin. Couldn't even kick out. Lesser man might have been rendered unconscious. Impact like that on the top of his head, but Tony James up, planted, center of the ring. Like Pruitt going to that second turnbuckle. We know he likes to come off with the forearm from here. Just a half a count away. Tony James fighting to survive, fighting to keep a hold of that outlaw title, as he has christened it. Ducks the right hand. Oh, but James with a thumb to the eye and sends franchise player into referee Johnny Long. Opportunism at its finest. Going for that cowbell. Come on, referee. He's got to at least hear that cowbell. You can hear it down the block. Oh! But Chris Pruitt one step ahead. I spoke too soon because he took that cowbell right to the throat. Well, if the referee were in any shape to do his job, that would be the end of the match, but fortunately for Chris Pruitt. Wait a minute, here comes Tommy Forte. He's been a victim of that cowbell in the past. What's he in here to do? Lays a boot in. Oh, come on. You can't have this. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by disqualification and still the Premier Wrestling Alliance Outlaw Champion, Outlaw Tony James. Hate to see this match end in such an inconclusive way. Can't blame Tommy Forte for his part in this, trying to help Chris Pruitt out, trying to give Tony James a little bit of what James has dished out to Forte in the past. Just didn't quite work to the benefit of Chris Pruitt. Not sure he even knows what happened. Starting to figure things out. Gonna go home with the winner's share of the purse, but not with that championship belt. Referee tried to explain things to him. Tommy Forte just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. Now Pruitt getting a more complete picture of what went down. Only going to stir the pot even further, one would assume. This might break down even further than just harsh words, fans. Referee's in here to separate these two men. Both of them high emotions. Not sure what to make of this, fans. It doesn't look like it's going to be any good for Tommy Forte in the long run. Chris Pruitt's about to come unhinged here. Seems like they've got the two men at least. Oh my. Well, I guess that's the parting shot from Chris Pruitt. Kept it from degenerating into fisticuffs. Fans, we'll be back to wrap things up here in just a short while. Thank you for joining us. Just a few short minutes to wrap things up with you, fans. But chaos, controversy once again in the main event in the heavyweight title picture. Franchise player Chris Pruitt just unable to get things done on this night and recapture that title that he once held so proudly. Found himself at odds with Tommy Forte, much like he was with Randy the Rowdy Hillbilly in recent times as well. We'll have to see how this plays out in future editions of the broadcast here, fans, so you'll have to come back, see what happens with Tony James, who gets the next opportunity at the heavyweight title, see if John D. can take care of L.A. Cordova like he took care of Morgan Taylor tonight and secure an opportunity at those tag team championships. Everything else that's been going on here in the PWA, fans. See Kevin Pruitt, what happens to him after that big victory he got in our opening triple threat match, if that leads to a title shot for him down the line sometime soon. But that'll do it for us, fans. Once again, my name is Aaron Hurt. Thank you for joining us. Come back to this here channel right here on YouTube, PWA Ohio, for more great wrestling action.